Alright, hello to my technically first rant video. Okay. We're gonna be playing some Granny. Sorry about that spider there. I lifted my microphone up. Hopefully this will be quiet. Okay? Because, okay, so my first video, right? Like, the first rant video that I was making. Okay, I'm moving back to my face. Hopefully it's not too loud again. Hopefully it's not too loud. But, the very first rant video I made, right? Let's do, we can do hard, right? I think I can do hard. You don't think I can do hard? I think I can too. Game theme, Halloween Nightmare, extra lots, limping music volume, graphics. Okay. Anyway, yeah, my first rant video that I made, right? It was gonna be on Peak, like the game Peak, you know, and it was like 50 minutes long. And it turns out my freaking microphone was too quiet, so I couldn't post it because you couldn't hear my voice. But now, I'm pretty sure I fixed it. Turned up my microphone a little bit. And now we're just playing some Granny, okay? So, also, like a few days ago, right? Before I got here, I'm at my parents' house. I'm not going to tell who. Privacy, I have my own privacy, you know. What happened was, like, I was in Disneyland, right? And freaking, like, these lines are too long, dude. Like, we seriously need to consider like Disney needs to consider adding more than one line. Because what do you mean I have to wait 180 minutes just to get into a ride that's like 2 minutes long, dog? Like, can we be serious? That's absurd. Yeah. Okay. Alright. But it's absurd. I think we need more lines in Disney, so then we don't have to wait as long. And I get those lightning passes and stuff too that like make it faster. Oh, that paid me. But like on the other hand though, like dude, I'm not paying like $100 or whatever that it is for a lightning pass, you know. Oh, what? Did you see me? Did you see me? We're good. We're good. All right. Anyway. It's so expensive just to like make your time faster, you know. Not to mention the food's already overpriced as crap, and the entry fee is absurd too. Like, what do you mean, right? In like the Star Wars section, you're into these little tiny bottles, like orb-looking things of like sodas, right? And they're like freaking $8 per one, and they're not even like the size of like a freaking soda can, dude. Like, I could probably down one of those in like 2 seconds. They're more like a shot glass of like soda. Like, what do I earn from oh, Granny. Crouch, thank you. Oh my gosh, I keep on forgetting that shift isn't crouch. I don't like that. But is he? Hold on. I'm locked in here. Okay, I'm fine. Okay, I'm fine. She's just chilling right there. Anyway. On the topic of like overpriced things, freaking Nintendo Switch 2 prices, like game prices, console prices, everything prices about the Switch 2. It's absurd. Oh, freak, I made noise. Hold on. But it's absurd. Like, it used to be, like the original Switch 1, right? $300. Now for a console, it's expensive. But it's like the most reasonably priced console I've seen. Like, you know, PlayStation 4 probably cost that much, I believe, right? Like, Xbox costed that much at the time. And the game's $60, which was pretty normal price back then. Now it's like, it's $500 for a Switch 2. And like, I know the PS5's $100 too, you know. But like, the PS5 runs so much better than the Switch 2. So it makes sense that it's $500. And the games are $90. 90. Like after you buy 5 games, you practically bought a new Switch 2. That's absurd. I'm not buying a Switch 2 until Miitopia 2 is ever announced, dude. Like, I see no point until it releases. And like, you know, out of all the things that like have been increased by this horrible pricing, like, for some reason, food has been affected, but not nearly as badly as, like, electronics, you know? Like, for example, like, I'm pretty sure, like, a box of Hot Pockets, right? Oh my gosh, Hot Pockets are so good. Hold on. Free! Hot Pockets, I'm pretty sure, like, a box is, like, $10 a box. And it's, like, what, 6 in there, I believe? And, like, you know, I'll pay $10 for Hot Pockets. I'm not gonna lie, dude. I would commit crimes to get a taste of a pepperoni Hot Pocket, dude. But, like, it's still kind of expensive, but it's not nearly as, like, a big rise as electronics is, you know? And that kind of makes no sense. Like, if we're gonna raise the prices on everything, why are certain things going up so much faster than others? Especially, like, food. You know, food is such a necessity. I'm surprised the government just hasn't, like, you know, tried making it more expensive. And there are, like, luxury foods and crap. Like, have you seen the freaking $50 steaks and crap, dude? Absurdity. Absurdity. But it's free. Oh, hey, Granny. Hey, Granny. Hey, Granny. Up. Run. Wait. But yeah, I don't see why they have made it more expensive. No, I'm not saying I want it to be more expensive. Like, no. We're paying enough money as is. But on the other hand, though, I'm just shocked they haven't made it more expensive. Did that make noise? I don't think it did. That did. And that's just, in my perspective, odd. You know, I expected them to be a little more equal, you know? Although I just don't expect the government to be good at all, you know? So, as you can kind of see my vision there. Man, I don't really know what to rant about today. I don't really know what to rant about right now. Oh, crap. Oh, Granny! Granny, hey! So I'm thinking, right, I think we're gonna do a car exit this time. Because I already have gasoline. So I'm just thinking that's probably the best way to go. Bro, actually, wait, well, freaking, so recently, right, I talked about that rant video, right, that I first made, right, I was playing Peak, and, like, I thought it was gonna be a great rant video. I had so many topics to talk about, you know, just got home for a vacation, had a lot to talk about. And the issue is that my microphone was too quiet. I said this at the beginning. My microphone was too quiet. And that sucked! Because it was such a good video, too. Like, for my very first rap video, I think I did really good. But, like, I hate that I had to disable it. I had to get rid of it because it was too quiet. Which does suck. Because, again, I think y'all would have liked it. I don't know who's watching this, but y'all. Originally, so, like, if you look through my post on YouTube, you'll see that I made a post saying that, like, I'm gonna go to commentary instead of silent. Because I used to do silent videos. No commentary. I still have them on my channel. I'm not deleting them. But, like, you know, I had silent videos. No commentary. And, like, the reason why I did that is because I thought being background noise was nice. And, like, that's kind of what I'm doing now. Like, you can see the gameplay and all. And, like, you can watch it if you want to. But I'm mainly doing this just so you can hear someone talk, you know? It's more or less background noise. And, those silent videos just, they weren't for me. They weren't for me. I didn't like being silent the whole time and just you guys watching a video of me playing. Now, I will say, I still am going to be making those Your Only Movies Hustle videos. I love Yomi Hustle. So I will still be making those. And I'm considering, right? I talked about this with my cousin, like, last night. But, like, I'm considering recording me making the fight, you know? And then I'll record the fight as a separate video for you guys to watch, where I won't talk over it. But, like, I can rant about, like, stuff while I'm making the fight, you know? So then you have, like, a commentary video, and then you have the fight itself. If you want to watch that, of course. I don't know if my fights are good. Honestly, I think I make mediocre fights. good enough. I don't know. But if y'all watch if I do make those, which I hopefully will at some point if I don't forget, I kind of have a bad time with that stuff. If y'all watch those, if you can, please give me tips on how to make my fights better, dude. I would love some advice. If anything, I'm using like the same two characters, like freaking Wonder Boy and Michael, and like they're just like they get boring to a point, and like I don't really know how to use the other characters well. So like if I do make a video with other characters and I don't do good on them, please let me know how to work on them. I will gladly look at the comments for help. Hopefully. Okay, where's Granny at? Alright. We have a shotgun piece. That's only 2 more to go. Okay, I believe there is something here. You don't gotta. No. Oh! How did I skim past that? Anything in here? No, never is. I think he's still over there, right? Let me, There we go. Alright. Ah, frick me. It's in there. I think you can get through here right from the backyard, right? Yeah, okay. Oh yeah. What was I gonna say, man? I just had it. Dude, okay. Monster energy, okay? Low key. So lately, right? Now like lately, I don't know how long it's been. Like I've just started seeing it. The white monster glaze is absurd. Okay? Like honestly, okay, I'm gonna be real with you. White monster ain't even that good. Like out of all the flavors you choose the one that tastes like a freaking chalky sweet tart. It's gross. It's downright disgusting. And I don't like it. I think it's abysmal. I think like people should start glazing like I don't know, freaking I have one right by me right now, I'm actually sipping on it. Like ruby red, like ultra fancy ruby red, oh my gosh. Dang! That's so good. But like of course people have to choose the white one, Nah, there's no I don't know how to explain that. That sounded bad. But out of all the flavors they choose the white one. I hope she didn't see me. Okay. Well, alright. We died once. It's day 2, right? Alright, day 2. Alright. We have this. I have this in the bag, okay? I'm not good at Granny, but, like... I think I can run freaking faster than this, like, retired grandma, dude. What did y'all think Granny did before she started, like, beating us to death with a baseball bat? Like, do you think that she was, like, a war soldier? Because I could totally see that. Like, what if, like, Granny was out there in the battlefields? Like, you hear, like, I see you! And she, like, beats you to death with a freaking, like, shovel. Like, I could totally see that. But on the other hand, though, like, what if she was a nice Granny? What was, like, a really nice Granny? Like, what if, like, in her 20s, she was, like, a baker or something, and then she just, like, went insane or some crap? I don't know. Maybe there's lore in the game. Maybe there's something that tells us what it is. And to be frank, I don't care. I think I'm gonna live the life... Aw, freak me. Granny? Look in there. I'm gonna live thinking what I want to think. And I think that is Granny went to war, you know? Because I think that just makes the most sense, right? Like, Granny over here, like, in the like, the freaking trenches right now. Like, World War II over here. She's probably the reason, like, maybe she's the reason the mustache man went down, bro. It wasn't because of him, like, you know, popping the pill or anything. It's like, it was just Granny, dude. Granny was like sitting there behind him and like whatever he was in. I think he was in a bunker, right? Like he's like sitting there like, I can't really do German accents. So I'm not going to try. But it's like, oh man, I'm safe in here. But like, you know, I think it's time. I need to let it go. But no, like Granny's behind him. You know, like do you want to play hide and seek? And she bopped him with her shovel, dude. Like I have no doubt, dude. Like she didn't use a bat. So I think they use shovels more, right? They have like war shovels, right? That's what I'm saying, shovels. But like definitely, that's canon into real life, bro. Just trust me. Just trust me. Granny was the reason Hitler died. Speaking about the mustache man himself, okay? I've heard some people, like, I'm pretty sure it's probably a thing, but it's probably a thing that's been going on forever now. That people are like, you know, saying that he was right, you know? Maybe the Earth does deserve destruction, you know? Because what do you mean we have people believing some of the worst people are the right people, you know? Like, for example, like, every time someone goes to jail, there's always some people that are like saying, let my boy free. And like, they like probably publicly beheaded puppies, dude. Like, what? And you're telling me that you believe in them? You're telling me you're fine with this? You approve of their ways. And they did something heinous. Like, you're crazy, dude. Maybe lock them up too. They might try doing something wild. Also, video games lately, okay? Video games. Oh no, this is just switch topics. We're rapid talking here, okay? We're just swapping. Oh, hi, Ranny. I heard that PlayStation, right? They're making it so like they're taking away our disc. And first of all, I want to say, whoever's running that place, what the heck's wrong with you? And second off, someone needs to like freaking fry whoever made that decision, dude. Because now we can't even own our games. It's absurd. I've liked PlayStation. I'm much more a PlayStation person than I am an Xbox person. Like, I do like Xbox too. Xbox is a lot of fun games. But I've been just much more of a PlayStation PC person, you know? And I can't believe they're preying on their downfall here, bro. Okay. Granny, oh, crap. Okay. Anyway. Right now, Xbox is looking like a big freaking goat over here, dude. It's like they're lowering their Game Pass prices. They're like, I don't know exactly what all they're doing, but I know everything they're doing so far is pretty dang good. They gave their place a new intro. Like, oh my lord. But on the other hand, though, PlayStation's over here, like, making all the wrong decisions. Like, honestly, like, they have been making some pretty bad decisions, but I think, like, Roblox is, like, a gajillion times worse. Because, yes, I play Roblox. I don't find a lot of people who don't, you know? It is a stupid popular game, you know? But the decisions they've made lately are just, like, they're horrible. They are horrible. Like, ever since, like, the age verification update or whatever, it's all been going downhill. You gotta freaking be a member of their membership to make games now. The whole point of their game was to make a game, and now you can't even do that for free, dude. That's absurd. And then, why the frick is that locked? Fry me! Freaking slow grandma, dude! But maybe she should have went to war. I'm pretty sure she blew out both her knees like freaking 5 years ago or whatever, dude. Because there's no way she's that slow, dude. Now, I did its hard mode, you know. And I heard it stream mode. I've seen Queso. Shout out to Queso. I've seen Queso. He played extreme mode, and dude, Granny's freaking zipping. Like, I think that, like, in extreme mode, Granny found out that, like, we're simply too fast for her, and she pumped herself full of steroids. That's the only way she's moving that fast, dude. Like, there's no other way. Unless, like, extreme mode, like, an alternate universe where she didn't blow her kneecaps out, you know? In that case, that makes a little more sense. I need the car key. I just realized that. I have gasoline. I think I have like 2 other car parts. I don't have the car key. But I think extreme mode is just like Granny pumped up full of freaking drugs. No doubt. And then like, for example, like Granny 2, dude. Granny 2 gotta be one of like the easiest games I've ever played in my life. Because like, Granny 1, you know, it's like, you're with Granny, you know. But like, the house is like kinda big, and there's a lot of areas and crap. There's a lot of different endings, so there's a lot of different items, you know. And that's what kind of makes it hard, you know. Granny 2 is like, you get the taser and you're pretty much immortal so long as you have somewhat good reaction time. Like, they need to, like, developers of Granny, which I doubt they'll ever update their game again. But if they do, they need to either debuff the taser, or they need to make the taser, like, they need to make its spawn locations harder to get to. Because the taser is the most overpowered item in any Granny game, by far. If the taser was in freaking like Granny 1 or 3, or I don't know, 4 or 5 are official, but 4 or 5, dude, you would be fine. You would be immortal. Ooh. Spark plug. Where's the gas for this thing, dude? I'm so confused. Granny, how did you fuel up your freaking car, dude? Granny, how? Alright, anyway, besides that weird contraption of a vehicle. Yeah, anyway. The taser needs to be debuffed majorly. Like, turn it into like a slingshot situation, you know, from like Granny 3. Where it's like, you know, you hit a headshot and like, you know, it'll knock him out, you know? But for like the taser, you know, it's like you have to hit in the head for them to like go out. And if you hit them in the body, it stuns them for a bit. Like, just enough for you to get away. Also, off context, another topic here that I just want to rant about. What's with being, like, medieval crap being so freaking cool? Like, dude, the idea of, like, swords and crap, why did we stop using those in war? Why did we ever stop using those? Like, of course we had to go to guns, because we're wusses, and we had to use ranged weapons, you know? Why can't we just, like, fisticuffs, you know? Like, I would love to hear about, like, World War III being fought with, like, only fists. Now, that would be an honorable fight. But no, we had to stay behind freaking our little guns. And, like, don't get me wrong, guns are a great advancement in the human history. But on the other hand, though, like, you're telling me you wouldn't be, like, cheering people on if they had, like, great swords charging into battle? Dude, that's freaking sick. Like, I see a knight, like, in full freaking, like, knight armor, big greatsword, like, swung over his shoulder, and he just chopped a dude in half. Like, dude, that would be so much cooler than some guy hitting with a 360 no-scope with a freaking, like, rifle, dude. But, you know, I don't know if we're ever gonna go back to those ages. I doubt we will. Guns are ruling over the world at this point when it comes to weaponry. Also, like, bombs, you know? You know, those funny little things. Alright, what was I trying to say? Sorry, I got lost in my thoughts here. I was running. Why don't we use those more? Like, I do know nuclear bombs are for like, you know, absolute last ditch effort crap. But like, I mean though, like, if you want to win a war, just drop a few bombs on them, dude. They're wiped out. Now, I don't know if that goes against like the convention or anything. I don't know if that's a war crime or not. I'm pretty sure it might be, because if it wasn't, I'm pretty sure they would have already done it by now. But like, I mean though, like, you really want a piece of land, you should probably do whatever it takes to get it. Same with like, you know, biological warfare. Why did we stop doing that? Like, I think honestly, okay, mustard gas was probably like a crazy invention back then, dude. Because like, you gotta think about it. Like, what do you mean that we had a chemical that was able to kill armies in such a short span of time? That's good. That's how you freaking like make wars fast, you know? That's spark plug right there, right? Gotta remember that. It's over. But like, I don't see why we stopped using chemicals in warfare, you know? Just saying. Because, like, again, they end wars so fast, you know? And I guess, you know, it's not as honorable as I was just saying about, like, sword fights and crap, you know? Like, we can't do sword to sword or fist to fist, you know? But, like, I think if people want wars done fast, we can get them done fast. We just don't like the ways they get done fast. Like, you know, if I was in the war, you know, I don't see why I have to follow rules. If I'm gonna, it's a battle, it's a team deathmatch, you know? Like, freaking Call of Duty taught us this, you know? There's, like, pretty much no rules in like, Call of Duty. I get Call of Duty is a game, okay? Okay, I'm just saying right now, I know Call of Duty is a game. But, if I'm in a war, in a fight to the death, I see no point in there being rules of which I have to follow in order to win this war. Like, what do you mean I can't kill medics? You're telling me I can't kill support? I thought like freaking Apex Legends, no, not Apex Legends. Overwatch, sorry. Name it stuff. Overwatch told us to take out the supports. The supports make them powerful. We are letting the buffers live. Why? Just take out the healers, dude. Like, all over here, I'm being strategic. Like, I ain't letting them live, dude. Like, you being for real? I have to, like, let the one people that are keeping the enemy team alive? Absurdity. Absurdity. Alright, yeah. There we go. Okay. But yeah, that makes sense. Also, back to video games. I think people who play tower defense games, you know, are smart. Honestly, like, I love tower defense games. They're so fun. I love some balloons. I love some, like, tower heroes. I love tower defense simulator, you know. But, like, on the other hand, though, like, yes, it does take smarts in order to properly play the games. It is a strategy game. They are strategy games. You don't have to be the smartest person alive, you know. Like, it's not like I'm over here playing chess well, and chess is definitely more of a brainy game, and I can barely make a checkmate. Like, I don't even know how to move the pieces properly, dude. Like, that's how bad I am at chess right now. But, oh, Granny, she's having a bear trap. There's another bear trap there. She double trapped me? She double trapped me, bro. Granny, you double trapped me, dude. Come on, dog. But I don't see why tower defense games have such a reputation for being like a strategic game, you know, because some of them are, some of them aren't, you know. I want to get around this bear trap. Alright. But, ooh, that was a nice shortcut. Did y'all see that? I see no point in them being considered a smart game. They are strategy games, yes. And some are hard. Like, I have found some very hard parts in like certain tower defense games. But they're so far in between. Because most tower defense games have like a certain strategy or like the meta, you know, that just is so much more powerful than anything else that like you don't really have to worry about losing, you know. Like for example, like the super sniper setup in Balloon's tower defense. Now I don't know if that's the meta. It's just what I do, and it's honestly so overpowered. You just get like a monkey village, right? You go bottom path with it, so it gets like I'm pretty sure bottom path, right? That's the one that gives you all the detection crap. You go to MIB, so then the sniper monkey has every single bit of detection. You go for bottom path sniper monkey with middle path, so it has shrapnel shots, you know. And then you get an alchemist and an engineer. You got pretty much you just super buff the sniper monkey, you know. And that is enough to like pretty much get you through like I'm pretty sure hard mode by itself on like a lot of maps. And that's just what makes it easy, you know. The game gets so easy after you find a good strategy, you know. And a lot of times games are just like that, you know. A lot of games are like that, you know. Like there's just a strategy that's just clearly more overpowered than others, and that's just how it works. I think doing the meta is boring, you know. Like I think doing what everyone else does is it's just not fun. It's not fun. Like for example, there's a VR game. I play VR, yeah. It's called Breachers. It's like a knockoff Rainbow Six Siege, you know. No classes, but it is like still a very strategic game. 5 people are inside the building. 5 people are trying to get into the building to defuse a bomb. Pardon. And like, Granny, what are you doing, Granny? Granny, what are you doing? But like the meta there is, oh Lord, Granny, your house haunted. Granny, your house haunted, bro. But the meta, it makes no sense. Because, like, what do you mean you find it fun to do the same thing everyone else does? There's no way in the world people find that genuinely entertaining. That sounds like torture. Okay. It did knock over. Did you just not hear it? Guys, I think Granny went deaf. Bro, Granny lost her hearing today. I'm sorry. What was she doing? What was she doing? Where is she at? Now I'm more confused. Granny?
You want to play hide and seek?
Bro, what? Yo, Granny, your house haunted, dog. Alright, there we go. I heard that one. That made noise. That made noise. If Granny didn't come to this, dude, she's getting that. But, anyway. The meta, just like, I get the meta is meant to be like the most powerful. Sorry, Granny. It's meant to be like the, you know, most powerful this update or this version of the game, right? But I just don't see what makes it so fun. Because, like, you know, everyone's be playing, like, you know, one character or, like, a certain loadout, you know, and then you kind of know how to counteract it because, like, everyone uses it. That's why I think being, like, a jack-of-all-trades kind of guy comes in handy. Because in Breachers, right, like, there are so many different guns to choose from, and my strategy is just be an absolute idiot. Like, the idiotic way works sometimes, you know? And for me, it always works, because I'm good at the game. But pretty much, right, every round, there's 12 rounds. Every round, I use a completely different loadout from the last. Like, one round I'll be running like pistols, the next round I'll be running SMG with like a smoke grenade and a flashbang, and the next round from that I'm gonna use shotgun with like freaking cloaking device and flashbangs, and then I'll use a freaking like suppressed pistol. So then like you'll never know where I'm at. But my loadout is different. It's like not consistent in any which way. I'm consistently inconsistent, you know? And it tricks people because they think I'm running a certain gun and then I'm genuinely not. But I think that's what makes it fun, because I like being able to play every kind of weapon in every kind of way. I think that's fun because I'm never gonna be running the same thing. I'll never get bored of one kind of gun, you know. But at some point, you know, the meta's gonna change, you know, and people are gonna have to forcibly swap to a new gun or a new loadout because that's just the new meta. And that's just gonna get repetitive, you know. Like, this updates this meta, this updates this meta. And you're telling me you don't find that downright boring? You're lying to yourself. Hold on. For like Brawl Stars, dude. Okay. Boom. My Brawl Stars, dude. I don't know the meta, you know. I don't look in the meta to the gen. I genuinely don't care about the meta at all. But like you'll see a lot of the same brawlers, you know, just repetitively. In every new update, there's gonna be a new set of brawlers. Where's the battery go again? I forgot. Oh. Found it. Right here, I think that made noise. But like, you know, one update you're gonna see new brawlers, and then people are gonna start maining new brawlers. It's the new meta or whatever. Dude, I just main Griff, dude. Griff is my go. Okay, he shoots coins at people, and he's greedy. Like that's my guy. But of course, like I don't know if he's the meta or not. But I don't see a lot of people using Griff. But you know, that's just me. That's just me. You know. Back to chess. You know. Back to like when I was talking about Tower Defense games. You know, and I was brought up chess. Dude, how do people play chess? I don't see how. It feels like a game full of made-up rules that just keep on getting added over time, and people just call it like a real draining is right there, dude. But like, I genuinely don't. Wow, pardon for the remix. I genuinely don't see how people play that game. Like, what do you mean, right? There's a point system. Then there's a way to win besides points. And what do you mean, like, right? I'm playing chess. I took like basically all of Bro's pieces, and I don't win. I thought the point of the game was to get rid of all their pieces, not checkmate. And checkmating, I guess, like getting the king trapped or whatever. Like what? I don't see how it's even possible for me. It's like I always try to do it, and I never can, you know. And that's annoying. But on the other hand, though, I am definitely not the smart person I know. I would call myself downright caveman brain sometimes, you know. But maybe it's just I'm not smart enough. Maybe I need to get my brains up in order to understand chess. Now, Monopoly. Oh man, dude, I would rule in some Monopoly, dude. But that just says Monopoly's kind of a lot easier to grasp than chess, you know? Just take properties, earn money, you know? Bargain though, dude, I feel so bit-brained whenever I make a good move in Monopoly. Like, my favorite properties in Monopoly are like, you know, basically blues, like the light blues, not the dark blues. I don't like Boardwalk. Boardwalk low-key sucks in my opinion. Like the blues, the yellows, and like the utilities. Those are like my favorite properties in the whole game because they're easy to land on. Then, well, besides the utilities you can't really land on that easily. But like they're easy to land on. They're relatively cheap, and then once you get houses on them, they are downright detrimental. And they're so easy to get houses on, you know. Like especially the light blues, like $100 a house and like $100 per hotel, you know. Like those are easy to get. So if you get all three of those blues early game, you can locally like destroy everyone. And like that's what makes Monopoly so good. I love hearing people complain about having no money because I took all of it. That's great. That is my kind of game, you know. Car battery right there. Why did the car battery go on top of that? I don't ever remember putting it right there. Oh, there's Granny. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, Monopoly is definitely like a kind of game that like I feel like it's kind of like the Smash Bros of like board games in a way, where like if you play a game that like you play with the wrong people, you're gonna have enemies. Like for example, right? I played Monopoly with like my group of friends, you know. After that game Monopoly, 2 out of like the 6 friends in our friend group were gone. They didn't want to hang out with us anymore. That's how competitive it got. Now, I think Smash Bros is much more worse on the. Okay, ore farmer. Hold on. Hold up, wait. Granny's ore farming. Look at that shadow, dude. Like, why is it hitting her so perfectly, dude? Oh, crap. Anyway, I think Smash Bros is much more competitive than you know, Monopoly. Like, have you seen the combos and crap people do in Smash Bros? Absurd. But it's still pretty competitive if you play with the wrong people. Speaking of Smash Bros competitive, I'm never playing it. Okay, like I've already tried 2 matches, right? I just played 2, just 2. I didn't even get a hit on one of them. I was able to kill one of them once. I got one of their stats down, you know, but I couldn't get a hit on one of them, you know, and that ruined me. That blasted my ego, you know. Is she okay? The freak? Oh, yeah, that spider keep dropping. Never mind. Okay. But like that was soul crushing, honestly. So I'm not playing Smash Bros. Competitive again. And I'm not playing Brawlhalla ever again too. Like Brawlhalla, you're only catching me playing Brawlhalla if I'm going up against like bots. So it's like there's no way I am playing Brawlhalla competitively. That sounds like genuine torture. Where the frick is this gas department at? There has to be one. Am I tripping? I think I can do this quick one. Drop that and I gotta hide right here, right? Right. I'm pretty sure she can't see me right here. If she can, I'm dead, but you know, I'm willing to try this. Got her! Sorry, Grandma! Alright, there we go. Is she not gonna... Granny? Oh, you're supposed to go off from this. Yeah, okay. Alright. Move it. Move it. I need gasoline. Okay, this is a good time to just find where this freaking gasoline thing is. Wherever it is. Does Granny's car just not have a gas compartment at all? Is that what it is? Granny has an electric car? Granny, you got an electric car? Driving bougie over here? Dude, dog, where is it? I'm so confused, dude. It's not on the back? Like, is it not on the back? Just if it isn't, dude, what kind of car is this? I'm just clicking the trunk. Okay, whatever. Oh my god! It's already been 30 seconds? Was it really that long? No way. Alright, day four. Speaking of electric cars, I don't see why people say they are more environmentally friendly. Now, I'm sure they probably are a little bit, but they are certainly not much more friendly than certain vehicles. Because, like, you're still needing electricity. You know where the electricity comes from? Probably not from natural sources, you know. I'm pretty sure wind turbines are not making your car's electric batteries. I'm pretty sure it's probably coal factories making the electricity. You're not doing the world any favor from driving your little fancy Tesla, you know. You're just getting yourself around in a electric form. You are still getting your, like, power from not good ways. You know, you're not a good citizen. You just think you are. I don't know where this goes. Where does this go? Okay, now even I'm honestly confused. Just I have no clue where this goes. Oh, it goes to Spire Cave, doesn't it? But electric cars, they might be a little better than fuel or diesel cars, you know. But I'm probably sure that they are not any better. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, they're probably a little bit better than those kind of cars. Again, you're just gaining your power from a different form, you know. But that's why I don't want an electric car. When I get a car, which, you know, I don't know when this is gonna happen. I don't know. But when I do, I don't want an electric car. I heard they're like super expensive to repair, and they're just like, you know, harder to upkeep and crap. And honestly, again, they just don't suit me, in my opinion. Like, I have a lot of friends, okay? I have a big friend group, okay? So I want a car that can transport all of my friends at once. I want to go on a field trip with them. That sounds fun, okay? Fun friend tip here? Dude, go on a field trip with your friends. That would be fun. Like, just drive somewhere. Just drive somewhere new. I'm giving you tips over here. I'm giving you good friend tips over here. But, like, I think that would be great. So, like, I think, like, what? The SUVs? The ones with, like, 3 rows of seats? Like, that would be good. That can carry a lot of people. An electric car, I don't know if they made electric SUVs yet. It has, like, at most 5 seats. And that's good. 5 seats is enough, you know. But, dude, are you really gonna be driving around an electric car? You're gonna spend all that money so you can carry 5 people? That's absurd. I'd rather spend my money and get, like, you know, more seats and more space for, like, shopping and crap, you know. Also, I found out, so, right, I was talking to, like, my stepfather, you know. And I was talking about he's a car guy, you know, like he repairs cars. And I was telling him about the car I wanted. And I found out you really can't talk about cars without sounding like a kidnapper. Like, constantly, like, if you say, I want a car that has a lot of trunk space, you know, like, you're gonna sound like you want to stuff a body in there, you know. Like, you're not saying that, like, you want it for grocery shopping. You sound like you're gonna, like, put a person in your freaking car. But in reality, I just want a lot of trunk space. You know, like the more trunk, the better. Honestly, you know, like oh, I didn't say that about women too. You know, yeah. But you know, more trunk space, the better. I can fit bigger things in there. I don't want to put bodies in my car, okay? um, but like it's true. What if I don't want a small car? I want something that actually has use, you know? Something that can fit a lot of groceries. Groceries! Okay? Just groceries in there. Okay? Also, why are tires so expensive? I've seen the prices on tires and I don't understand it. Because, like, literally, okay, I get the metal. The metal, I can understand being kind of expensive. It's like, why? Okay, like I can't explain. The part around the metal is just rubber. It's rubber. We make rubber so easily. Rubber is a very accessible resource to us. We can make it in very big, like bulky numbers. Why is that so expensive? It's like, what's it, like $40-$50 for like rubber? That's absurd. Just like a little circular thing that goes around your tire. But on the other hand, though, I kind of understand because without it, you'd just be sparks all over the ground, and that's no good. I really can't see where she's at. That's not good. I'm dead. Granny, no. Granny. Alright, it's whatever. It's whatever. I think it's the 5th day, final day, right? But they need to make the rubber a little cheaper. If they want people to drive around in cars, you know, maybe we should make it cheaper. Like, honestly, if you can't afford a car, like, me personally, literally every day, not every day, that's a lie, not every day. A lot of the days, I walk to a gas station that's like 3 minutes away from me. And, like, I know people that would drive there instead because they don't want to walk their fat butts to the gas station. Like, you're telling me you can't do, like, a quarter-mile walk without getting exhausted? That says something about you. Like, that it's absurd. Because at that point, maybe you should just rely on food stamps. Because you clearly can't get up. But, like, have people considered riding bikes and crap and take a nice walk, you know? It's honestly great. Taking walks are so underrated nowadays. I think, just, leave your phone at home. Just, bring a few things with you, like maybe a snack or something, and just walk. It's a great experience. I have not had much more happier moments in life than taking a nice walk and really thinking about my life. But, I know people who would, drive to, a gas station, 3 minutes away from that you just walk to. And that's sad. The world is crumbling around me as I speak, you know? Hopefully she doesn't open that. That was a really close throw. Granny, I'm begging you.
Where are you?
Ooh, okay. Close one. But I don't, we're gonna become, the fat guys from WALL-E. You know, I think a lot of people make that example, you know? I've heard a lot of people say that we're gonna become a fat guy from WALL-E. But it's true. It is honestly, a great example for how humanity's gonna go in a few years, you know? If we don't, you know, get our butts up and do some actual labor, you know, I don't see us making it very far in the future. And that is sad. Because, I'm gonna be an adult in 2 years, you know? And with the way the world's going right now, I might have to deal with a war in 2 years. I don't want that. I don't want that. AI is far too powerful as it is right now, and we're abusing it too much. I think we're gonna have a robot apocalypse. um, but who's opening all these girls doors? Spider key. But I don't see humanity going in the right way it's supposed to be right now. We are advancing. Okay, we've advanced a lot. We've made smartphones and like stuff. Energy drinks are an absolutely heavenly addition to the world. On the third day of creation, God said, "Let there be yoo-hoos." Thank the Lord for yoo-hoos. I love yoo-hoos. That freaking chocolate water is so tasty. But like on the other hand though, I feel like we're looping around back to caveman era, just with a little more technology, you know? We are, like, have you seen some of the comments on, like, TikTok and Instagram and literally any doom scrolling app, you know? Like, it's genuinely just straight Neanderthals. Like, in those. Like, genuinely, I think we have become dumber as a species than we were in, like, the 1980s. Like, sure, we have way more cures and like a lot of new technologies and crap, but we're using the technologies to the point where we don't have to use our brains anymore. And I think that that's bad. That is bad. We're gonna become a cyberpunk universe where like people are gonna be walking around with sand devastating in their spine, dude. Like, well, for their spine. Now, don't get me wrong. Cyberpunk is cool. On the other hand, though, I don't want to live in Night City. And that's what I feel like the world's gonna come to way farther in the future if we even make it that far. And we're just, again, I think we're devolving but evolving at the same time as a species. Where, like, a big chunk of us are, yes, we are becoming smarter, we're learning more, we are getting more progressed as humanity as a whole. But then there's like, you know, the other half of humanity that clearly like they're the reason we have warning signs on knives, like warning this is sharp. Wow. Speaking of those warning signs, gotta be like there are some warning signs that are just stupid. Like, you know, for example, like again the knife is sharp thing, you know. Well, no, dirt, it's sharp. It's a knife. I got it so I could cut things with it. And you're telling me it's sharp? Jeez, man, newsbreaker there. Then there's like, you know, like freaking warnings on kid scissors, like kid-friendly scissors, the very dull ones, you know. There's warnings about those. There is someone out there so stupid that we had to put warning on kid scissors. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about living in like the same species that someone had to put warning signs on kid scissors? I'm not happy with that either, you know. I'm just being real. You're not alone. That doesn't sound fun. And like the warning signs just keep on getting worse by the day. Like, for example, again, the Disneyland watches or whatever, like the little like watches like you put on, they're like interactable or whatever. Like you can stand crap in the land or whatever and does stuff. I don't really know what it does, but you know, stuff. If there is a warning for it that says, "Do not put it underneath your skin." Okay, first of all, like, Jesus, that's a warning. And second of all, who thought of or did that in order for them to put a warning on that? Because someone had to have said it or done it in order for them to do it, you know? There's no reason that warning sign just be there without, you know, obvious reasoning. Like, I understand if it said, like, don't choke, you know, because, you know, putting, like, a small object around kids can cause them to choke. That makes sense. Choking warning, always there, because it makes sense. That is a thing that is universally accepted, in a way, I guess. But we shouldn't have to put a do not put underneath your skin warning. Unless someone did it before. Okay, I don't know why I'm camping, I'm sorry. Damn it, I want to get that wheel down here, except it's just hard to. I haven't found the weapon key either. The weapon key. I need that crossbow, man. Okay. Okay. Sorry, I was camping here the whole time. I'm sorry for that. I was talking. I was deep in my conversation, you know. But okay, wait for her. Wow, that was beautiful throw. Did you see that? All right. But I think again, warning signs are another great example of how dumb humanity can truly be. Like, don't we have Darwin Awards or whatever for like people dying in really stupid and like unintellectual ways, you know? Like, man dies underwater trying to sip water to prevent himself from drowning. That's a Terraria reference right there, if you know that. But like, but humanity's a great thing, you know. The species as a whole is very intellectual, you know. I consider humanity to be a very well and probably like the smartest species on the whole planet. Just they literally are. We literally are like the smartest species on the whole planet, no doubt. But on the other hand, though, sometimes I start thinking that like a freaking grape has more intelligence than some people, you know, because like again, the TikTok comments, Instagram comments, they're all bad too. And then I'm dead. Never mind, I'm so goated. Okay. Okay. Damn, it's right there. But, again, I think we're in a quite the grand divide of people, you know. Some people, like, I think natural selection should come back, you know. Because, you know, like, some people I think are just too dumb to even exist. Now, I'm not saying we should just execute people that aren't smart, you know. That's not good, okay? I'm just saying maybe let people like screw around and find out, you know. Like, again, the warning sign thing. Why do we need to put warning signs about the dumbest things ever? Like, you know, like freaking waste cleaners and sinks or whatever. I think that's what they're called, right? Like disposals, like you know, the things like get rid of food in your sink gutter or whatever. Why do we need a warning to say don't stick your hand in the sharp blades? Like you know, they bought this thing. They hear it when you flip the switch or whatever. They hear the loud, and they think, "Ah, oh, I should put my hand in that." Like, just don't stop them. Don't stop them. Let them find out. Let them find out, because that's natural selection doing its work. You know, like I can see myself living a happy life and a long life. You know, because I know common sense. And that's sadly just a very hard thing to find nowadays, you know. I'm not saying humanity's dumb. Again, I've made that point to say humanity is a very intelligent species, you know. They're just not the smartest either. We are not the smartest. I mean that not literally. Again, we are the smartest species on the whole planet, but we are just not the smartest. I mean it figuratively. Also, okay. Speaking about smart schools, okay. Schools. These rules are getting out of hand, dude. Like my high school, I say my high school is like surprisingly lenient for a school, you know, because like it's not a uniform school and we have a lot of freedom compared to others. Our school still isn't very lenient at all. We have a lot of dress code rules. And we have a lot of random rules that just make no sense. Again, the one that people complain about the most, the no hoodie rule. You can't wear hoodies in the freaking building. Now, I looped my way around this, as what I mean by that is I wear hoodies around my waist because screw them, I'm not gonna be wearing like... I am in Florida, dude. Like, it rains randomly here. Hi, Granny Spider. It rains very randomly here, you know? So, I kind of have to keep a hoodie on me at all times, because you never know if it's gonna rain or not. I'm just being smart. I am just being smart. Put that right there. Where'd that cogwheel go? There, okay. But, like, I am still getting side-eyed by freaking teachers because I'm wearing a hoodie around my waist. Like, I swear, bro, I'm not gonna put the hoodie on, dude. And, like, it's not like we can't just wear the hood up, you know? We just can't wear hoodies in general. They don't allow it. They are very angry about that. Also, the whole, like, one of my school's dress code rules, it's actually a new one. I got the paper from, orientation or whatever, about, like, the new dress code rules. One of them is you can't wear jewelry that could hurt yourself or someone else. And the thing is, if we're technically speaking here, all jewelry can hurt. Literally all jewelry can. Like, usually jewelry is metal, so long as you really know it's metal, or jewel, you know, jewelry. But, like, I wear a lot of necklaces and I wear a lot of rings. I love my necklaces and rings, okay? I love those kind of things. I especially, like, I wear a lot of card-themed crap, you know? And, it's just, now I don't know if I'm ever gonna be able to wear my rings. Because the rings could be used to hurt not yourself, well, they could, but someone else, you know? Like, being punched by someone wearing a ring, it's gonna hurt more than just being punched with someone out of a ring. They're basically wearing, like, a mini finger single brass knuckle, you know? Hi, Granny. Waiting for Spider Grandma to come by. I still want to do that. But I think the dress codes are dumb. I think a lot of people find dress code dumb. But at the very least, I don't have to wear a uniform. In my middle school was actually uniform. And, like, again, I'm a Floridian. So remember this. Remember, I'm a Floridian. Very hot weather, and it rains very sporadically. Okay? My uniform, okay, was a black, button-up, like, pitch black button-up, black slats. Your shoes be any color, but they wanted you to wear black or some kind of dark color, and black socks. And the uniform had to be the school branded uniform. It can't just be a default shirt. It had to be the one with the school logo on it. And like those are like $40 a shirt, you know. Especially for me, I'm a lanky guy, and so my sizes are big, and that makes it pay. That makes it cost more, you know. And that was dumb because I'm sweating. It's super hot out. And then all of a sudden, you know, it's raining its butt off and I have nothing to wear. So I started wearing a jacket because, like, that I found out in the dress code rules, they said absolutely nothing about jackets. So I just started wearing, like, this very light gray jacket. It looked really nice. It was very good. I liked it a lot. And, like, that became, like, a literal part of me in middle school, dude. Like, no joke, like throughout all my classes, dude, like that was like you would know who I am, not because you know me, because of my jacket. Like that's like the main feature of me. I would always have it on. I would always have it on. And then whenever I took it off, you know, like people wouldn't know me. Like I think people forget that, you know, the jacket's not a body part. Oh my gosh, he's right there. Dude, that scared the crap out of me. What was she doing right there, dude? That scared me so much, dude. Oh my gosh. That my heart stopped, dude. Granny Spider over here tweaking, dude. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. Okay. But I think like I'm not gonna say I enjoyed being known for my jacket, but on the other hand though, it was nice having like a little bit of a symbol, you know. Now I kind of understand why, like, you know, superheroes have symbols, you know. You want to be known by something, you know, and it's fire. I don't know why I'm talking about this. A little off topic, but it's a rant video. It's a rant video. I guess I'll talk about whatever I want, you know. Oh yeah. Okay. Taco Bell. Okay. I ate some last night. Had some Doritos or those tacos. Dude, low key, I don't see how people get the crafts from Taco Bell. Like, you know, like people like talking about like I need to use the restroom. I ate some Taco Bell. Like, I don't understand it personally at all. No, I could eat like a whole entire taco box, dude, and I'll be fine, completely fine. Like, I don't have to crap until like a normal time, you know. Oh, look at that! Look at it! Look at that! But I do understand why for like just Mexican food, like in general Mexican food. Like low key, dude, freaking 3 enchiladas, like beef enchiladas with like some good freaking hot sauce on them, dude. That will mess my gut up, dude. I'm not even gonna lie. Now like, also the hate on like seafood. How do people not like seafood? I get that there are some people that are actually allergic to fish and crab, and like for those people, like, oh my gosh, y'all are missing out. I'm gonna say right now. But to those who aren't, how do certain people not like sushi? Sushi is like the pizza of seafood. There are so many different flavors and kinds. There has to be at least one you like, you know. Also, the same thing about Subway. You know, not like the pizza situation, you know, but like people don't like Subway. They don't like Subway. You made the sandwich. You're telling me you don't like the sandwich you made? That's sad. Ooh, a melon. But like, it's like a lot. There's a lot of foods like that. You know, like buffets and crap. You know, you're telling me you don't like buffets where you choose and like you don't make the food, I guess. You know, but you make your meal. There's so many different foods to choose from, and you don't like it. Now, the only reason I can see why people don't like them is if the ingredients were off. That's understandable, you know. Like your food don't taste right. That's understandable. That's reasonable, you know. But like, you're telling me like, ooh, this Italian sandwich. This like, it don't taste good, man. You added the ingredients onto it, man. You added the lettuce. You added the tomato. You added the friggin' provolone, the pepperoni, the sausage, the ham. Like you added all of it, and you're saying you don't like it. And like then I'll ask you like freaking like what do you usually get from here? You say you get like the ham and cheese, and like you have like it tastes great to you. So you like the place, you just don't like the sandwich. And I still don't see why. So again, you made the freaking sandwich. You should have known better. Dang, bro. I didn't realize how big she was, dude. She's freaking huge. Dude, that melon's heavy. Dude, you hear that? Golly. I didn't get the number for the bots. There is a bots in here, right? It's like 1 or 2 or whatever, and like if you choose the wrong one, you freaking blow up or whatever. I didn't get the number for the bots. So that's gonna be an issue. I'll take a gamble on it, but that sounds fun. Damn, I've been recording for an hour. Oh yikes! This is gonna be a long video. It's gonna be a long video. I'm sorry. Again, I know it is gonna be a long video. I'm a bit of a ranter, and I have a hard time progressing through games. So. Alright, move. Alright, we're gonna take a gamble here, okay? 1 or 2, 1 or 2. I'm gonna say 2. Oh! Okay. Do y'all see that? Gambling is sometimes the best way to go. It's just true. Alright. I don't know where she's at. That scares me. This is a safe room. This is a safe room, right? Sure hope it is. Meat for the spider. There's honestly a really good hallway right now. She can't get to me anywhere else from over there. Also, sorry, then I went silent right there. But like, it's the whole like not liking food thing. Like, I wouldn't say I'm a picky person, but I would say I have some stuff that I don't like. I don't like onions too much. Like, onions I can eat on a lot of things, but like onion in general, I don't think I can eat too much. I love onion rings. I like onions on certain burgers. And I think onions like can make some pretty good like stuff, you know. Same like tomatoes, you know. I don't like tomatoes, but I'll eat anything that's made by tomato, you know, like ketchup. Oh, no, what? Okay. That sucks. That was a good run, certainly. What the? Oh. Granny, what are you doing? Granny, what you doing, man? Granny? No! No! Oh, dang, she rescued me. Oh, crap. Anyway. I guess that'll be all. I thought it was a fun rant video. Let me know if you like these, okay? Like, seriously, like, let me know if you have certain games you want me to play, while making these. Or, like, anything, really. Just let me know if you like. But yeah, that'll be all. See you.